What's up, everybody? I want to show you just a really cool lesson that will work a lot of different elements of your playing. This is really good for beginner players and intermediate players, and if you're an advanced player, if you haven't gone through an exercise like this, I'm sure you could take it to a really, really high level. What I call this exercise is clockwise, counterclockwise. So it's kind of the whole Karate Kid wax on, wax off, where your right side at first will go clockwise down the drum kit, and then your left hand will go counterclockwise up the drum kit. You can do this with the regular trap kit, a 3-piece kit, or a 4-piece kit, sorry. Or when you move it to 5-piece kit, the sound will end up being in 4/4 time. But here with the trap kit, it's going to sound like 3/4 time. So example. The way I look at it is right now our home base, our starting and stopping point, and our switching point will be the snare drum. I have the snare turned off right now because I want you to hear the melody that you can get happening just by moving your right hand going, let's go counterclockwise with the right hand. So we can think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll take that left hand and we'll move it going clockwise down the kit. So if we played them in unison, we'll have a flat flam going, and it'll sound like this. But the idea is that we want to separate the right and left side, so one will go counterclockwise and one will go clockwise. So this will end up using our 8th notes, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So we're going to start and stop and hopefully end up in the same place. This is how we separate it. Now we want to reverse how everything's going. So now we're going to have the right hand going clockwise and the left hand going counterclockwise. Now the idea is you'll first start with your hands separate, like we did in the beginning, where the right hand can go counterclockwise, then the left hand will go on its own, going clockwise, and then you'll put them together, so they'll be going against each other, and then the whole idea is being able to reverse those motions. So now if we continued and we start and stop at the same place, which we're using our snare drum as like the home base or home plate, when we get back there is when you want to decide to see if you can switch those motions. So we're going to start going this way, right up the kit, going counterclockwise, left going down the kit, going clockwise, and then we're going to reverse that. And pay attention to the melody it starts to create. Here in a minute. Right switch. One thing that we want to bring in while we're doing this exercise is that you can create the dynamics going up and going down, okay? So we're going to start with our hands going in their respective manners, and then we're going to switch them up. We want to incorporate some dynamics here. is called counterclockwise. You can feather the bass drum, playing some eighth notes or some quarter notes. You could add the hi-hat on 2 and 4 and make it like a 3/4 thing. You could do boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. And then again, when you're thinking about those dynamics, you can add in some rim shots, you could add in a cross stick, you could add in, a crush or a buzz, any little things to give it a slight variation. But this is a really fun exercise. And if you play a bigger kit, you can add that extra tom. That'll kind of create like a 4/4 time. You move, an extra floor time as far as you want to go. The crazier the sounds and the rhythms that are going to happen. But this can give you a really interesting motion on how to kind of think to move around the drum kit. It really helped me with, instead of just thinking off of a cymbal down to a tom, thinking off of a tom up to a cymbal. Thinking this way. Right? So now when you're playing some fills too, it kind of gets you a bit in the motion of playing open-handed, but you're almost able to cross over too, and it can create a pretty cool fill. Well, hey, I hope you dug this quick little exercise, clockwise, counterclockwise. I'd love to see what everyone out there does with it, so please feel free to add in any rudiments you want to and take it as far as you can, and you can, of course, move it to the cymbals, down to the toms, back up to the cymbals. It creates a really cool visual effect. It's really entertaining. It creates a good melody. You can work with your dynamics. So it's kind of all-in-one little exercise that you can take it as far as you want. I hope you enjoyed a quick little tip here. Thank you.